Hey guys, got a nice few shaders, extra ones here. We've got these are the new ones here. What's that? Six new shaders. Dream effect. It's like a blur type of blur, but not like a completely even blur. It's like it's a little bit different. Water effect, underwater, fisheye, radiation. It's more of it's called dither is the real name for it, but you can use it like a radiation. A drunkard effect and a freeze effect. I tried a couple other ones, wasn't really happy with it, like a heat haze effect. Not totally happy with that, but let's have a look at this dream one. Now this by default will use the texture 1 coordinates. You can have a texture or not have a texture, it'll still work. I mean, not sure if having a blank texture works, but you can have it like a transparent, just a simple, like a fully transparent black texture. That'll work fine. And you'll see this one works. So press P. So S spotlight. P just turns the whatever existing post-processing combination or the single one, whatever it is you want on. X to turn it off. Okay. Here's your nice little level. Bit of a sponsor demo. It's not too bad. Turn the shader on. I just press P for this one. So this will give what I call, it's like a glow effect, but I would probably use it like a radiation effect personally. That's myself. So there it is there. So it does blur things, as you can see. So it gives it a blur. I've also given it a green color. You don't have to have any color if you want. You can just remove that. But you can also change the strength of it. It faded in and faded out. I thought that's pretty cool in a way. So it's got sort of like some little bit of contrast, extra brightness. Turn it off, of course. There's your spotlight. Nice little, very nice smooth spotlight. Yeah, it's quite good. I might change it so it does reduce over distance a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty good. Okay, so now that's using it's getting the texture coordinates from texture number 2, which is actually texture 1 here. The first texture is texture 0. That's the standard texture lookup, which is it's just the screen image of the screen shader image itself. But this screen shader, I've just called it post-processing. It's just a screen in front of the camera. See, it's got a transparent texture there at the moment. But you can change that to whatever you want. You could put, say, that one and run it again. You'll get a completely different result according to whatever texture. That's a spotlight. This one. That's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting how all the colors automatically change when you move. Yeah, and that'll just be completely different depending on what noise texture you use, or whatever, any texture you use actually. That's interesting. So for example, Dream, you want to get full brightness. Typically they range from 0 to 1, most cases, not always, but in most cases that's how I've set it up. So if you want to Dream it fully, so there's the black texture, put that back and run it at full value of a 1, it gets really blurred, and yeah, I think it's sort of like, to me it's like a radiated effect. You radiated and your vision is now completely blurred and a greenish color. I mean, I think that works quite good for a radiation type effect. Okay, so that's that one, first one. I call it Dream. You can remove the color. I've just the Dream here, I've just given it a green color. See that background .g, that's RGB. You can just remove that if you want. If you don't want to have any coloring on it, you just do that. Or change it if you want red or a different color mix, whatever, you can just put it in there. Okay, so let's try the next one. This will be the water one. So I've just changed it from 0 to 0.5. You can go up to 0 to 1 or higher if you want, but that's pretty good. You also got to make sure that this second texture that it uses is something like this. I'll include this in the download as well. These textures are actually pretty good. This one I found works quite nicely. It gets the dark and the light and adjusts the actual position of the pixels according to the image. You can change that image to whatever you want, and it will change how it works as well. So that's back in there. So I'll save that, run that. Press P now, and you'll see. So you watch the screen. This is effect. It simulates an effect a bit like underwater. It's quite good actually. Yeah, it actually cycles backwards and forwards as well. So, yeah, quite nice actually. I think it's pretty good on the whole. If you're underwater in a different color, you would see. Yeah, you're moving. It's moving by itself, which is quite good. Yeah. It's pretty nice. Maybe not the most perfect one, but I mean it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so what else we got? So it'll cycle one way and then back the other way. It'll just cycle backwards and forwards. Yeah, it's not too bad. Fisheye is okay as well. Works in an interesting way. Could be used for something, perhaps. Maybe like drunk effect or some on drugs or something. So let's run that. So you can see it's a full-blown fisheye effect. Yeah, it's like you're tripping out on drugs or something. Yeah, makes you a bit dizzy actually. Almost playing with it like this. Especially when you're moving around. Seasick, whatever, I don't know. Yeah, it works quite well. Yeah, it's not bad. Quite good. And we'll just get rid of that. Put radiation back in. This is it's actually dither is the proper name for it. I've just called it radiation because it originally had that sort of look to it. I just gave it a green color as well. It's maybe not the best radiation effect, but you can remove the green color if you don't like it. But see, like it's dither. I suppose you could say it simulates a CRT, an old-fashioned something or other, maybe. So as you move, it sort of changes it a little bit as well. Yeah. Oh, something. Might be used for something. Drunk. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting one. This was originally from the heat haze effect. I was almost got working nicely, but it transitioned over to a drunkard effect. Seemed to work better actually. Okay, so activate that. Yeah, it's a little bit like the underwater effect as well actually, but this is done differently. It's a little bit more consistent the way it moves. Well, it doesn't stop, it just, yeah, cycles between 0 and 1 backwards and forwards, which is interesting. It's not bad. Yeah, if you're like on drugs and sick or something, you could use this one. I think this would be interesting. You would add, if you really were drunk, you'd probably add a bit of blur with this one. That would work quite well actually. Yeah. Maybe add some color to it, probably as on top of that would be even better. Now freeze, this works interestingly. You need to, at low levels, all of these can be faded in, faded out of course. Typically from 0 to 1 is your most common ratios. Mostly that's the same up here as well, not fully. There's one that goes up to 3 there, but freeze, yeah, works good. At the very initial stages of it just starting up, it's a little strange, but not for very long. Anyway, I'll show you that. So if you're cold, the idea is cold in front of you, in your eyes, you've got this like freeze effect. It's not too bad. I mean, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's alright. Good for starters. I might improve on it over time, but it's not too bad, is it? So as you move, as you change what you're looking at, it moves the sort of, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I would call that like a freezing effect, you could say. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that's interesting. So there's a couple more, 5 more shaders. I had a look at Reshade, got a couple of ideas from them. I got some off the internet. I got a few different places. Yeah, probably if you got any ones that you really want to see, put it in the comments, and I'll consider putting it into the shader if I think it's something that's useful, that works. You know, I can get it to work okay. I'll try and put it in. Yeah, so I've got all the other ones: double vision, emboss, chroma, zoom. And now you've got another 5, so that's pretty 6. Sorry, another 6 shaders. That's pretty cool. My favourite one is probably Dream. After that would be the water effect. Then maybe the drunk effect or freeze effect. Pretty good. Fisheye is okay as well. Yeah. So that's that. You can get that on Itch.io. It'll be on the located under the version 2 one. The previous shader I uploaded was under the version 1 of the binary. It should have been under version 2, so that was my mistake. But anyway, so this with also a few updates on the code, a few bug fixes. All updates will be under version 2 of the binary. Yeah, so you can download all the new updates will be located under here. Upgraded APIs version 2. So I won't change that previous one anymore. It'll all be and this one here. So so make sure you click on and download it from here. So yeah. Hope you like that. Let us know what you think. Any new ones that you want to see, give me the actual name of the shader that you want me to imitate, and I'll see if I can do it, rather than just sending me a whole stack of files and programming code. Just send me the name of the shader or the effect that you're going for. Yeah, so let us know what you think. Cheers.